For my senior project, alright, anyways, for my senior project, I did a golf tournament. I did it in the summertime. Basically, I wanted to raise a little bit of extra money for the golf team in the spring, so we can use some new gear, stuff we needed. Background info, when I was little, found my grandpa's golf course, so I wandered out there and I've been playing ever since. I enjoyed it, and I still do. My goal is to make impact on the community somehow using golf. How I made a difference is this annual golf tournament that I started. Basically, it gets funds through a committee of people, not just myself, who start tournaments like this and raise money. We keep it in a fund, and we use it, we keep some money for later years, and we use them now. Things I had to consider were the date and time. I had to pick a day and a time when people would still be available and when most outings occurred. I had to pick a place that I could get a good price where I could still keep, lose a good amount of money. Price, I had to figure out something people would pay and I could still make money, and what would be included. Prizes, I had to go around and ask some of the businesses. I asked a lot of local businesses, places that would be willing to donate prizes. I made out a flyer and typed it up by hand and went door to door and asked different businesses. Anyway, some of the businesses, or some of the things I said in there was, this is a community event that's going to help the golf team, and we're not trying to spend any money. So we're trying to get donations that would limit our costs. I put my name at the bottom and some contact information, and I put Riverwood's name on the bottom so they think that it would be more official than it really is. Some of the places I chose Jets Pizza. I know it's not a super local place, but it's a place that isn't as big of a chain as the rest. Citgo Golf Center. Hang on. Citgo Golf Center. KSC is K Sportswear, it's a shirt company. Riverwood themselves, Taco Bell, and Buffalo Wild Wings. Buffalo Wild Wings is nice, and they gave me some gift certificates for wings. Taco Bell gave me some tacos. I got a couple shirts from K's. Citgo gave me $50 worth of gas, which was really tough to split between 4 people. I got a free pizza, and Golf Center gave me some putt-putt. Finding competitors. I had to find people to play in this event. I asked people like members at the club, friends of mine, family. Tried to ask the golf team, but not too many of them were willing to. Overall, it was a good turnout. I ended up knowing everyone that played in it, which, thank God they were related to me. But knowing everyone made it easy because I knew that they were going to commit, and I knew when the word was good. Members were nice because they played the course and they're willing to help out a cause like this. And family was always nice too. Made a easy way around getting some quick teams. We had a total of 12 teams and 55 people. So the day of the tournament, I had to do things like making scorecards for each team. I had to make the placard that tells them what hole they start on. I had to set up all the cards. I had to make sure they were in line. I had to make food tickets. Food tickets gave them something at the turn so they wouldn't be hungry the entire time. And I had to set up admissions tables so people knew where to check in. Put the prizes out there so they knew what they were winning as well. Overall, it took a lot of time, but it paid off. Everything just was all done by myself. I could have used some help, but it wasn't there. With the prizes, everything that could have been won, they made sure that they could see what they were getting into. The pay with what they paid helped to raise money for new polos that we got. We got pullovers and hats and all the other things that, and there's even more money that's sitting aside that we're waiting for next year and usually come. Okay, so started around 9 o'clock in the morning. Set up all the carts in 2 lines and put all the placards in the scorecards already. Around 11:30, people started checking in from the pro shop and everything. It looked like a great event. It looked like a lot of fun for everyone. 1 o'clock, which is when the event started, everyone headed off. I had to do a little announcing and tell them how it's going to go down. And final results. 48 people raised $3,200, all went towards the golf team, and it brought the community together. We got a lot of people involved, kept a lot of people, and hopefully we get them back next year. This was a financial report that I had to type out, told the breakdown of everything. The future plans, I want to host it for many years, just keep it going. It's something they're hard to start up, and it'd be good to keep going for once you get started. I don't have many uses. I want to have a set amount that goes for each year. And I want to get moved around, so Riverwood doesn't have all the glory from it all. We can get it into different places. That is my presentation.
Questions or comments for Johnny?
Very interesting format in your presentation.
Tell why. Why is it interesting?
Oh, like, because instead of using a video to kind of regulate how much you talk about each section.
Here's a video because I did the entire project on my own and kind of figured it would be easier than it really was. Could have spent a lot more time on the timing, but the video was easiest, so I wouldn't have to have someone sit here and point at it and click every time.
Why do you think that the golf team members were interested in helping?
I mean, it was kind of just a 3-week process, and I didn't get a hold of absolutely everyone. There was some that did, and appreciative, but I mean, there's nowhere that says they have to play. It's kind of just a choice for everyone.
I'd say your project was super successful. I mean, you have to feel pretty proud of yourself for raising $3,200.
Yeah.
That's a lot of money for the golf program, don't you think?
Yeah. And it was, we still have a lot to use. You know, some of the golfers, they appreciate the new stuff they get. And it was like sitting in a pro shop, working there. There was no problem with just putting on an outing one day.
That's right. I mean, I think too, to a lot of people, golf is considered to be an expensive sport. So if you can get students and people interested at a young age by having a pool of money, like you want to do, continue to fund the golf team, that can help break down some of those barriers for people as well.
Since this one was like really successful, do you think you would do it again?
Absolutely. Year after year. It's just, it's going to be tough going to college, but I do have some other sources that have stepped up and built more projects.
Golf, like bowling is a sport, like you guys have to pay for your transportation and pay for everything else that you guys do. You guys get like no funding from the school too, right?
Correct, yeah.
Yeah, so like stuff like that will help out for like small programs like the golf team, bowling team.
Yeah, absolutely. And that was my whole plan was, I've seen some of the white shirts we had before. They weren't white anymore. It's just stuff like this kind of helps out.
So John, you may not realize this, but the style of presentation that you put on is actually a real style. It's called Pekakucha. It's a Japanese style of presenting. And I've always been interested in having that as a particular assignment, that style of presenting. And since I have a group of people here right now that see what that looks like sort of live, what do you guys think? Do you think that would be interesting to have a Pekakucha style of presenting?
Yeah,
So I think where you have it, and your time to your slides, and you have what you want to say memorized, and you just go. Hunter, what do you want to add something?
yeah, I mean, it's a really good idea. It's interesting because make people have to rehearse their presentations.
I guess it depends on the person, because I know I myself, like, just go with it. I don't know.
Yeah.
I feel like if I were in a time restraint, or like my slides, because sometimes you think of new things, like, I don't know, spur of the moment things that you remember, like, oh yeah, you know, this happened too.
I think it's just kind of distracting too, like, cause you could be talking about something and then next thing you know, slide change. And
You gotta really know
like,
your stuff.
we're looking at the slide, the presenter's looking at us, and then he's talking about something totally different that's on the screen. I mean, if he's turned towards the screen, it makes me think that he didn't do his research on it.
Good.
I mean,
These are good
like,
things.
it's good to be prepared, but I wouldn't wanna be time constrained.
Many of those styles are meant to, what you do is they're like lighthearted, so when people make a mistake, let's say, everyone sort of laughs, but they're not laughing at the people presenting, they're laughing because everybody knows, because everyone has to do it, they know how difficult their timing is, so it's kind of like,
I think they.
it's really a community building sort of a thing.
Yeah.
I think they.
Yeah, maybe have it like a small project, not like a big one.
Anyway, nice job, Jack.